Hey guys, this is Shinedown from Wizard101 Central, and this is my first YouTube video, so I thought I'd just give you guys a commentary to go with it. And this is the Magus 1v1 round 1 match, and it's me versus Wolfy SkullRider. I'm Ice, he is Myth. So I go ahead and start off the match and cast a Legend Shield, and he just puts up a Spirit Blade, and I have my Legend Shield established, so I just go ahead and minion. So that Legend Shield should protect me from the frog. And he just goes ahead and pierces off that shield. And I don't get another one up. So in my hand, I think that weakness is my best bet. Because I'm expecting a frog here. So I go ahead and weakness him. And he, and my minion, just Frostcats. And I'm expecting a frog, but he doesn't. He uses an infection. So I was pretty surprised about that. And so I just go ahead and use an Ice Blade on myself. I'm trying to build up pips. And my minion uses an Ice Trap. And I'm expecting a frog here, but he doesn't frog. He cleanses off that weakness that I used. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I just use another weakness. And my minion fizzles his Ice Bat, and he uses a Sprite. I'm not sure why, if he was expecting an attack, or if he was expecting an infection, or if he just wanted to get rid of a white pip. I'm not sure. But I was going to Sprite to get off that infection, but I decided to go with a bubble because I see that my minion is using Snow Shark, so I thought that that would just give it some extra damage. So my minion hits this Snow Shark and does it for pretty good damage, but unfortunately for me, his pet uses Sprightly, so that pretty much just takes away that health, that damage that my minion did. And also, I'm using the Usages deck, or however you pronounce it. And because he's Myth, and I'm Ice, I don't want to use the Bubble War, lose the Bubble War. So I packed in my max bubbles. So I have 6 bubbles in, and he's using the deck of the Lotus, so we could only carry 4 bubbles. So I'm hoping to win the Bubble War, and I do pretty good with that. And the minion, I used a bubble, he uses the Myth Bubble, but I just went back and I'm trying to disallow him from using his bubble, so I just bubble right again. In this round, he finally kills my minion. My minion was out there for a lot longer than I thought he'd be, and he did a good job. And I had a weakness on him, so the frog didn't do too much health, especially because I'm ice. It didn't drop my health dramatically, so I just go ahead and get off this infection, also getting rid of a white pip. So I just get rid of that infection here, and he uses a minion, I think. Yeah, he uses his Cyclops minion, which has 700 health. And I have an Ice Blade up, and I have my bubble out. So I figured, okay, well, a Blizzard would do pretty good damage here. But I have 4 Frostbites in my side deck, and I pull 3 of them out. And and this minion just messes me up, and I'm using cards I shouldn't be. I'm deleting cards I shouldn't be deleting. I just used a stun. I'm not sure why I did, but I just deleted a bubble there, which wasn't very smart on my part. But I couldn't find a blizzard, so I didn't want to dig anymore. So I decided to use Sandstorm, and he uses his Myth Bubble. So deleting that Balefrost for me was a big was a big mistake, and I don't know why, but I'm still digging um for that blizzard. But I decided, okay, just never mind. I'm just gonna sandstorm just to kill that minion. And those 2 sandstorms combined still did pretty good damage against him. But he's in a life mastery amulet, so he just goes ahead and pixies for only a power pit. And we're both don't have too good of pips, so I just ice played, just trying to build up my pips, just trying to get my blades up. So I go ahead and ice blade here, and he uses Scorpion. I'm not sure why he used Scorpion. Maybe it was just to get some damage off or to get rid of those 2 power pips. I mean those 2 white pips that he had. I'm not sure. So I get another Balefrost in my hand and I go ahead and use that just to get rid of his Myth Bubble and to get my bubble up. And he uses his Cyclops minion again and I get a Blizzard first hand. So that's good for me. This does really good damage, over 650 damage. Yeah, it does 667 damage. And I'm thinking, alright, great, an Ice Wyvern would kill him here. But he weaknesses me, so a Wyvern would not kill him. So I just wand that off, hoping that he won't shield or heal. But he uses a treasure card Satyr. So that was unfortunate for me. So he's back up to full health. But he's low on pips, so I just go ahead and get my minion out while he's low on pips. And he uses Tower Shield. So my minion's out and he doesn't get a power pip, so he doesn't have enough pips to frog. So I just go ahead and Ice Blade, still just trying to get my pips up. And he uses an infection. And I use a Legend Shield this round because I'm predicting a Humongo Frog from him, so I don't want to lose too much damage from that Humongo Frog. And he does use a Humongo Frog, and it does kill my minion. But it doesn't do too much damage for me. So that kills my minion, and he's back down on pips again. He doesn't have too many pips. So I just go ahead and minion again, trying to keep him low on pips. Just trying to get my minion out there, trying to keep him low on pips, while I'm trying to build up my pips for a combo. And he uses just another Tower Shield, and I go ahead and wand off one of those Tower Shields, and my minion just uses Ice Blade on himself, and I'm hoping he doesn't frog here. So my minion can just get off that other Tower Shield that he has on him. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't frog, but he uses a treasure card Fizzle Mantle. So I go ahead and use a Legend Shield, because I'm predicting that he'll frog here, but I hope that I don't. I'm hoping that I don't fizzle it, and I'm pretty sure that I don't fizzle this. So that's lucky for me. And my minion uses Ice Bat. He does his job and gets rid of that Tower Shield. And he does frog this round. So he does use frog. And that does kill my minion, but he already got the job done, so that's all good. So here he has no shields on him. I have my bubble up, and I have 2 blades on me. But I have this, so I'm trying to kind of set up for a combo here, but I was thinking about either reshuffling, but I decided just to go ahead and get off this infection first. So, and he uses another treasure card Fizzle Mantle on me. So I was going to reshuffle, but I didn't want to risk fizzling that reshuffle, so I just go ahead and infection just to get off that Fizzle Mantle. And I do fizzle it. And he uses reshuffle this round, and he is using the life mastery, so a reshuffle does cost him 4 full pips. And I'm using the balance mastery, so the reshuffle only costs me 2 power pips. So it does not drain all most of my pips that I have. And he uses a weakness. So I just go ahead and wand off this weakness here. So I go ahead and do that. So I just go ahead and wand off that weakness. And he uses an a treasure card elemental shield. And I was pretty surprised by that. I wasn't expecting it. So I just go ahead and elemental blade just to get up my blades and also just to get rid of that 1 white pip that I have. And he uses a myth bubble. But that's no problem because I already have another Balefrost in hand. So I just go ahead and use that. So I go ahead and use my bubble to get rid of his myth bubble and to get my bubble up. And he uses a blade. So he's building up his pips, and I could either minion, but I decided not to. I decided to frostbite just to put some pressure on him because I'm thinking he's building up pips, he's trying to get his bubble up, and he's blading. So I was expecting him maybe a Minotaur later. So I go ahead and frostbite just to put pressure on him, and he uses a pixie that same round that I frostbite. So he's predicting my attack there. And this frostbite tick is doing over. It's doing almost 400 damage. So I'm thinking I almost had this in the bag, but he uses another treasure card satyr. So he's back up to full health again. But it's alright. And I was either thinking about infectioning, but I go ahead and use the Ice Wyvern because I have 2 blades up, I have my bubble up, and he doesn't have any shield, so I thought that this would do really good damage, plus that tick from my frostbite still going around him. So this will put him in some serious pressure, if not kill him. And he uses another treasure card, Elemental Shield. And he has 23 health, I think. But I know this doesn't sound like a hard decision, but I was trying to figure out if I should use my wand or a blizzard, because I didn't want to risk my blizzard fizzling, but I go ahead and do some quick math on my calculator just to make sure that the wand would kill. Thanks and good match, Wolf, and thanks for watching, and make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see y'all later.